Hey, welcome back. Busy week. Had to just stop and honestly look at some pictures of my son after I put him to bed and take a moment and try and just be present because it's been so busy. I did two of the top 5 most exciting knife deals I've ever done this week. I'm really excited for what's to come on the channel in coming weeks because there's some stuff I've never laid hands on, which is great. And then as you're going to see here, I've also been busy with some stuff I've laid hands on but are variants of knives that I really like. I have like 3 of those that I'm working on tonight to unbox. So yeah, man, it's been busy. Let me get this guy opened up here without exposing any info, and we'll see what we got. This one, I believe, was a trade. I just thought I knew which knife it was, but I suddenly realized I didn't double check the names because I turned the box upside down to protect the innocent. But I'm pretty sure we're going to be looking at a knife that came in from a trade here. And just a weird coincidence that I ended up with basically 2 of the same knife. Yeah, this is the one that came in from the trade. He mentioned that the box had come unglued on the back, so I'm going to work on restoring that. But wow, super cool version of the Oz Roosevelt. This is number 526. I think they made 5 like this. So it's an acid-washed Z-Finite blade, putter milling dark wash with an oil slick Zirc back clip and matching back spacer, which is just super cool. So you can see the oil slick, kind of the rainbow coming off of there and coming off of here. Really neat. And I think the former owner of this wants it back, so I may make this available to him. Love what the way that the Oz engraving looks on these. Gosh, that action on these blades, and this is just a super cool finish. Some of them, they did these a little different. So I had one that's acid wash that just doesn't look quite this cool. This is like an acid wash with, like, I don't know if it's like a stone wash on it, I would assume. But yeah, really just a cool looking finish. I really prefer this to the one that I have currently, and that one that I have currently is honestly like one of my favorite knives. So really speaks to how much I like this. Gosh, the action on this one, that's the most drop shut Roosevelt I've ever handled. I've never felt one like that. Normally you have to shake them to get them down. I wonder what the reason is for that. Oops. I wonder if that's a good sign or a bad sign. Hopefully a good sign. It could be wear, I suppose, on the detent balls. Luckily, this is of the generation where it's a removable. But man, that is drop shot. I wonder if this has original bearings in it or if it's got like some skiffs or something. Let's see if there's, yeah, let's see any indication here, but wow, that is crazy. The action on this is like none I've ever felt. That's wild. I mean, until you handle one of these, you don't understand how weird it is to feel something that drop shot, because the blade is just so small. Again, for comparison in size, that's a Benchmade bug out. It's bigger than the Roosevelt, or at least it's longer. So this is not a big blade, right? Think about a bug out being drop shut, right? I mean, obviously that locking mechanism isn't going to happen, but the only knife that's kind of like this, that's drop shutty like this, is the Wee Banter. Is the only small knife. I mean, there are others. I don't know what I'm saying, but even that one you kind of have to shake down, and you can't quite just full gravity it. This is quite astounding. It's not quite as loose as it came out of the box now, but yeah, best action I've felt on a Rosie in terms of if you're looking for that sort of drop shutty action. Wow, that's really just, yeah, very, very good. Normally you kind of go like this and you shake them down. This one, if you do that, it just flies down. I'll give you an example of a fairly new one that's never been carried. See how long that takes? I mean, if you give it a really good whip, it'll close. But it's not, the ones I've had, maybe because they're not as worked in as this one or something, have not been this drop shut. This is just super impressive. Really cool looking one on the finish too. Gosh, that is freaking cool. What a cool one. Oil slick Zirc, oil slick zirconium. Super neat. So it's not zircatite. I know a lot of times we're used to Zirc meaning like a zircatite or something like that, but this is just pure zirconium. I don't know, I can't say it's pure, but I assume that's what it is. Sweet knife. The detent's good. I don't know. It's definitely, you know, this era is got generally a light detent, but it's not like it's like you can fail it, but you have to try. See if I can get that. I feel like with this one, more than any one I've ever, there we go. Super cool. Sweet knife. Look at that, even if it has been used and carried, perfect centering. This one shows like, so aside from that zirconium, which I'm gonna pull some more light over here to get some, sorry, I didn't have that over here earlier. Better light, so I totally ruined this video, but aside from the zirconium, which is just going to show, it's a softer metal, you know? It's just gonna show some wear like it does here. Aside from that, this thing shows like almost no carry signs. Really love this finish. You really just don't see any snails on this thing, aside from on the pocket clip, which is also easy to replace or even just refinish. That would not be a hard task to refinish it. Sweet. How cool is this? You can see this is of that older generation with the pivots that stand up from it. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Well, stoked to get my hands on this, to feel one that feels like that. That is just a fidgety ping. It's got a beautiful ping. I can just feel it like resonating through the handle when it opens up. Yeah, just really fun to get your hands on one like that. Number 526. If you ever have a chance to own this one, do go for it. Thanks. Please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what I don't know, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.